Okay, this is the last video of your chapters 1 and 2 test review, and I'm going to start it up right here on number 8. So we're going to do 8 and we'll finish the last page also. Which representation below is equivalent to 2x minus, and then it's the quantity x minus 1. Well, here's the way I like to look at that. The 2x, there's a positive 2x that have got to be up in the positive field. I have that here. I have 2x in the positive field. And then in the negative field, I'll have a positive x and a negative 1, which is obviously this one right here. So A does work for this one. This works. So I'm going to put this works right below that. But here's the deal. I can take these two things and use the distributive property. So I basically flip them up to that field up there. So what I'm going to do with these two tiles, this x tile, when I change it from a positive in the negative field up to the positive field, that's just going to be a negative x. So that goes there. And this negative 1 in the negative field, that's going to be the same thing as a positive 1. So I'm going to get the exact same thing here. So this one works also. So basically A and B work for that problem. I'm going to erase what I've written down here because I just redrew it. But I just kind of was showing you that both A and B work. Now C, what this is x plus 1, and then in the negative field I have negative 2x. Well, a negative in the negative field, that's going to be x plus 1 plus 2x, because a negative in the negative field, or a negative in the negative field, is just like a positive. So it's really 3x plus 1. And when I have this one up here, it's really x plus 1 is what I should have. So this one doesn't work. And that is number 8 for that. So the first two will work, the last one will not work. I'm going to go to the back side of this. So now what this is like an equality. So whatever on this side of the equation has to be equal to that side of the equation. Well, right now it says I have 2y's, and right now I only have y. 2y squared, excuse me, and I only have a 1y squared. So I know I have to add 1y squared. I have to have 5x's, and I only have 1, 2, 3 x's, so I have to add plus 2x. I have to have 4x squareds, and I only have 2x squareds, so it's plus 2x squared. I might have to go down a row here. I don't have any y's over here, so I'm going to have to add the 3 y's. And I only have 3, but I need 6. So I'm going to have to add 3 to that also. And let's see if I did that right. I had 4x squareds, 2x squareds. Yeah, I think I have everything. I have 3 x's, but I need 5, so I have to add 2 x's. I have 4x squareds, and I have 2, so I have to add 2 more. I don't have any y's, so I have to add the 3 y's over here. And I have 6, and I only have 3, so I have to add 3. Now, if I have that balanced, that should work, and that one is a balanced equation. Okay, let's look at this next one. It says I have 3 x's, and so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's over here. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I have to add 2 more x's there. And now I can cross out all these x's, so I just get rid of all those x's. I've counted those right now. Well, let's count the y's. It says I have 8 y's over here, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have any more y's, so I have to have a negative y over there because I only have 7 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll have a negative y there. I have 1xy, so I'll add an xy, and that's this piece right there. Let's see, what else do I have? I have x squareds. I have 2x squared, so I have to add the 2x squareds. And that takes care of those two. And what else am I missing now? I think just the units over here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be plus 5. I'm going to re-erase this because my coefficient of the x squared was kind of messed up. So it's plus 2x squared. Pencil that broke. And I think I have everything all accounted for. Yep, they're all counted there. So the next one, what's on this side of the equality has to be equal to that. So it says I have 6x squareds. So I have just 2x squareds, 4x squared so far. So I have to have 2 more x squareds. And then it says that I have 10 x's. Well, let me count my x's. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm supposed to have 10, so I have to add 4 more x's. Then let's see. Over here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to have to add 4. And that's going to take care of those on the other side to make it balanced. And I think I just have that 1y over there, so plus y. So that'll take care of that. Now I have everything accounted for, and now that's a balanced equation also. Okay, let's do the next one. Now the next ones are proportions. Noelle and Tanya like to make latkes, potato pancakes, for their friends. They can bake 10 latkes in 10 minutes, or 12 latkes in 10 minutes. At this rate, how long will it take them to bake 200 latkes? So I could do this in a couple different ways. One way is to make a double number line, where the latkes on top and the minutes on the bottom. And I know I can do 12 latkes in 10 minutes. And I need to find out how long it's going to take me to do 200 latkes. So 200's got to be up there. I've got to find out that x. So that gives me kind of a nice proportion. I just use a double number line where I have my latkes on top and my minutes on the bottom. And this is a cool way to set up a proportion with this double number line. So it's going to be 12 over 10 is equal to 200 over x. Now I showed you a way that I can just multiply by the denominators and get rid of the fractions, and it makes it really easy. So I'll show you that way again. So I'm going to multiply by that denominator, which is 10. But if I multiply this side of the equation by 10, in order to keep it balanced, I have to multiply that side of the equation by 10 also. Well, the 10 and the 10 cancel each other out, so I end up with 12 is equal to 10 times that's going to be 2,000 divided by x. Now I got to get rid of this denominator, so what I'll do is I'll multiply both sides by x. And I get 12x is equal to 2,000. And then the last thing I have to do is just divide both sides by 12 to get my answer. So I'll take 2,000 and divide it by 12. Let's see here. Get my calculator up. And I'll take 2,000 divided by 12 equals. So for A, my answer is going to be x is equal to 166 2/3, or 0.6 minutes. And that's my answer for A. So that goes up there for A. But I also have to do B. Now reverse the problem. How many latkes will it take? How many latkes can they make in an hour? Show all the work. So let's do this. So I'll make my same double number line. And my minutes are on the bottom. And I have 10 minutes. There's 60 minutes in an hour. I have 12 latkes, and I'm trying to find that x. So my proportion for this one, and I'll do this one over here. Well, actually, I can just do this one side by side. I can do a scale factor. I can take 10 times 6 is 60. So I should take 12 times 6, oopsie, times 6. And this is going to take x is equal to 72. So for this one, it's going to be 72 latkes. Okay? I just showed the work two different ways. Just a different way to show the same sort of thing. The last thing I have here is number 11. It says find the mistake in the solution below and explain how to correct it. Find the correct answer. So if I look here, original problem is there. Now the next thing, I combine my like terms. So I have a 3x and 3x, that makes 6x, and the minus 5. And over here I have 8 and negative 1, which is 7, and x and negative x, which is not 2x. X and negative x is 0. So the mistake that's wrong, or the mistake that they made, is in combining the like terms. Okay? And what it should have read is like this. It should have read 6x minus 5 is equal to 7. Now to solve that, I just add, I want to get 0, I want to isolate the variable by creating zeros on the left side of the equation. So I'm going to create a 0 over here. And the way I can do that, but I still want that variable. I want to isolate the variable, but I want to get rid of that negative 5. And I can do that by adding 5 to both sides. So if I add 5 to both sides, I have 6x is equal to 12. Then I can divide both sides by 6, and I end up getting x is equal to 2. And that is the rest of your test review. If you have any questions, you can come see me tomorrow. You can watch this video if you have your headphones tomorrow before you take it or while you're taking it if you have any extra questions, and to watch it. The test is going to be a 2-day test. So you'll have both Tuesday and Wednesday to finish this test. And if you have any questions, be free to come in, or feel free to come in and ask me in the morning before school. Otherwise, have a good night's sleep and get ready for your first test. Thanks.